What's up, y'all? Terrell Friday here with FutureDDS.
Tyler Brown here with FutureDDS.
And today we're going to take you through how to budget for your semester. Let's go.
Alright, so if this is you all's first time at our channel, what me and Terrell basically do is give advice to pre-dents on how to get into school, as well as give everybody a glimpse of what it's like to be a dental school student. So if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know whenever we post new content, and even though we haven't gone through the video yet, you might as well go ahead and hit that like button as well.
Smash that.
Alright, so literally the other day, actually yesterday, our friend came and had an interview at our school. And we were just going over a bunch of things with him, and he asked us, how do we budget for dental school, with our loan money or whatever it may be.
Yup, so that has inspired us to go through this, and we're gonna basically take you through a budget for semester.
Yep.
Alright, y'all, so this can be extremely variable just because you never know, depending on the program you're going in, what tuition costs are, the city that you live in, your expenses, and it definitely has a lot to play with your individual situation. So, not everybody, or some people are allocated allowances from their parents, which kind of cover all of these costs. Some other people have to take out loans. Other people are getting financial aid. So there's a lot of different variable things, but we're going to try to give you a blanket scenario so you can kind of see how we would break it down for a semester. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, if you aren't able to pay for school and tuition and everything out of pocket, you have to, apply for loans. And a lot of times these are federal loans where they allocate a certain amount of your loan money to be for living expenses, like for rent, food expenses, books, all the extra stuff. So all this adds up and you end up getting a refund back after they take out your tuition costs and your school fees and stuff. So what we're going to use is saying that we have a mock $15,000 refund that comes back, and we're going to kind of take you through our budget or how our mindset goes about when you're thinking about allocating that money.
Alright, so first things first, make sure you take care of your rent.
Pay your rent.
If we're talking about a semester, we're talking about 5 months. So in Boston, it costs $1,500 a month on average to live. So what, 15 times 5, you're paying about $7,500 right there. And you should pay it up front, honestly. You should just go ahead and knock that 5 months out and handle that. Because, we've seen in undergrad when, some of our friends would get refunds and just splurge. And then when rent came, they were looking at us. And that's always a rough situation, Do a lot. Look, it's just not worth it. It's not worth that stress.
Pay your rent,
oh, and one more point. So we're talking about first semester right now, but for second semester, we earlier talked about 5 months. That turns into what? 7 months.
Yeah, because you got June, July.
So
unless you plan on moving out.
You might be planning on moving out because it costs too much money, which is very understandable. But you have to keep these little things in mind because
the school allocates for I think 10 months out of the year, so it's like
either you're gonna save a lot or you're gonna be working a little part-time job to pay that extra, the excess,
Definitely is worth sitting on as much of the money as you can. Like you said, half of the money is technically already gone. So you want to sit on the rest of the money, and that I guess that blends into the second rule, and that's save as much as your money as possible for a rainy day, because you will have bills every month. If you want internet in your crib, you do have to pay for that. Some people may still be living with parents and blessings to you, you know what I mean? But if you're in another city, you have to pay for food, you have to pay for, God forbid you have a car, you know what I mean? Car insurance, you gotta pay for
electricity,
heating. We're in Boston, so a lot of the buildings are old, and electricity and gas just cost a lot for some reason. So just think about all these little things that are going to add up over the year, over that semester, every month, where you're you thinking it seems like you have a big lump sum of money, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't really break down to that much money. Save your money for little things like conventions that come up throughout the year, SNDA conventions, traveling to these conventions, hotels. Sometimes if you're lucky enough to apply for a school delegate position or something like that, the school will fund it for you. But if not, if you just want to go get that exposure, if you just want that experience and being able to, that ability to network, you're gonna have to pay for some of that out of pocket. And honestly, when you get there, you're gonna want to have a good time, or just move around how people are at the convention, or eat food. If you're in a hotel, you're not gonna have a stove. None of that's gonna happen. So save your money. You're gonna need it at some point.
So we just hit 2 major points. A big thing that a lot of people care about, but a lot of people don't think about it's having fun. You know, we like to go by the whole like stigma of work hard, play hard, whatever it may be.
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. So when you do go out with your classmates, when you just want to go out with your friends, or you have a significant other and you want to pay for a date, I don't know what you want to do with your money, but you need to budget for fun. You have to budget for fun. Because if you don't budget for fun, granted, there's a lot of free things that you can do.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, sometimes you might want to get the popcorn at the movies. You know, you might want to get the Uber to the park. I don't know what you want to do.
When it gets cold in Boston, you don't want to walk. You don't want to walk. You don't want to no train. I mean, Uber me truck.
I mean, and realistically, even if you were to get on the subway, the T, whatever. Still $5 wherever you're going, every time you're going somewhere. So little things like this, you also definitely need to make sure you budget for.
Yeah, and too often we've seen people like it's always fun, especially like first year. You come in, they have a lot of welcome events, a lot of get to know your classmate events, a lot of like get to know the city events, but this adds up. You don't want to get to the end of the semester where classes are really weighing on you, like hitting you. You're just like, oh man, I just want to go have like a good meal, chill out, like just go splurge on a good meal, or I just want to go out this weekend, go to the bar, go have a drink. Like these little things, this little $10 here, $15 here, $20 here, it adds up to at the end of the day.
Very quickly.
So far, we've talked about paying for your rent, making sure you take care of bills, and making sure, you know, food and all that stuff, and then making sure, in this scenario, we have a car that you have to pay for in the city. So, realistically, rent $7,500, that's going to be half of your refund right there, half of your budget. Next, you have, let's just say, $200 a month on utilities and bills, all right? Cable, whatever. That's another $1,000. Oh. Then you have another, let's just say $250 a month for your car, with your car note, your insurance and all that stuff. That's another $1,250. Oh. Then you think about, we in the city like Boston, so you have to pay for parking. That's $300-400 a month if you live in the city. That's another $1,500 on the low end. Gone, out the window. This is not even taking into account anything from fun, like we said, to budget for, to what?
Scrubs,
moving in costs.
You need a couple of pair.
Relocation.
Figs are expensive.
What, 80 a piece? Like,
very expensive. You said moving costs.
Furnishing your new crib, unless you plan on sleeping on the floor.
Some schools, I didn't know this, some schools have to pay for their loops. $2,000. Oh, real quick note. My homie just texted me. He was like, bro, do you think it's worth me getting my loops first year or second year? Get them early regardless. Save your back. You need the back muscles. Like stop. I'm telling you.
Don't do it.
Get the loops. Get the loops. What else did we have to pay for that we just did not expect?
Dishes, couch.
Oh,
look.
Yeah, I forgot. Toiletries.
Little stuff. Little things in your bathroom. Like, unless you're just gonna bring all this stuff from home, and then if you're gonna do that, you have to think about how much it's gonna cost for you to move.
Oh, let's not forget about teeth. You want to practice, right?
Oh yeah.
For one extra tooth,
like
at least at our school, it's $3.
Yeah.
So say you're having a rough time.
Don't lose anything. Don't break anything. Literally, you have to go through flawlessly, and you have $2,500 to work with. So just think about that. One weekend you want to go get a section at the club. One weekend you want to go on a trip. Okay, cool. Like, do it. Make sure you budget for it. You know what I mean? Be cognizant of that, because in the back end, again, you do not want to get stuck looking at your empty pockets. You know, having to get a job to pay your rent, or having to, you know, borrow something from your parents or whoever. Like, you just don't want to be in that situation. Don't do it to yourself.
Our closing piece of advice: budget. Please, we beg you, please be smart. With all of the other stresses that dental school brings, we do not want you to be stressing about money. If you have any type of like side hustles, not necessarily jobs, some of our classmates do have jobs. We don't necessarily recommend it, but if you can find any type of side hustle, what we suggest, selling some old stuff.
Something you can passively study while you're doing it. If you're gonna find something like sitting in the front office somewhere,
or like
sitting
even like
work study.
Like there's a couple of us students who check in people at the gym, and like I swipe, I see them, they're always studying something
at
like
the library, handing out different materials at the library. You can study there. Like, find something where you will definitely be able to be productive.
Definitely. Somebody else had made a comment one time. What do we all think? What do we think about credit cards? You know. Credit cards, sticky situation.
Sticky. Trust yourself. If you trust yourself to not splurge on Ah, man.
It's
like,
rough, but it's all about you, the individual, and we
Yeah.
suggest, I mean, I'm thinking like, if you're gonna get a car, definitely get something that's, what is it, like 18 months of no interest?
Yeah.
Get something like that, but once again, it's
no
all
annual
about
fees
you.
if you can, like,
And if
be smart about it.
If you get a car, don't go and spend it on drinks and stuff like that. Like, that's only if you absolutely need money to eat, things like that. Because granted, it's an investment into your future, but that's the very last, the very last straw or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, like that's the last like resort that you want to
Exactly.
Is using
Get in
a
the car.
card. But
anyway,
I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys felt this was beneficial and seeing like how a budget breaks down for a semester. If you have any other questions for us, you can add it down to the comments on how your budget worked out for school. Add it down to the comments. You might help somebody out. If you have something more personal, you can hit us up on Instagram at _FutureDDS.
Yep.
Hit us up there. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Other than that, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and that notification bell so you know whenever we post up new content. But I think we're going. I think that's it.
That's it.
All right, now y'all. I'm gonna see y'all next week.
All right, y'all.
See y'all.